everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Live from the Bourbon Room Hollywood. I'm here at the Bourbon Room Hollywood, and my guest today is Miss Alexa Villa. She is amazing, and I'm really excited for this show today. So I'm just gonna chill for a minute, let her play a few songs, and then we're gonna chat. So without further ado, Miss Alexa Villa.
I let him buy me dessert. Didn't mean to make it hurt. Don't say la 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 la. Don't say la 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 la. Mother will love his manners, but I want a real disaster. I'm only here for the weekend. Don't mean to be your villain. I'm only here if it's easy. Do what I need you to do. Spare me the I love you. Got me roses he cares. I let them die on the stairs. Don't say la 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 la. Don't say la 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 la. Mother will know his manners, but I want a real disaster. I'm only here for the weekend. Don't need to be your villain. I'm only here if it's easy. Do what I need you to do. Spare me the I love you. I take me mine to not be my man. Till death we were poor, not even there. I'm only here for the weekend. Don't mean to be your villain. I'm only here if it's easy. Do what I need you to do. Spare me the I love you. I'm only here for the weekend. Don't need to be your villain. I'm only here if it's easy. Do what I need you to do. Spare me the I love you. I'm only here. Yeah, baby. Do what I need you to do. Spare me the I love you.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. My name is Alexa Villa. This next song is called Not Your Fool.
Thinking about our first kiss, I miss it, hopeless reminiscing. Then again, what was the point? I can't understand. I spent so much time on one silly man. Thinking about our first fight, the clear signs, throwing names like sharp knives. Wonder why I didn't leave when I couldn't breathe. You made me believe the blame was on me. I can never get back what I gave to you. Yeah, you treated me bad, but I thought it through. I'm not a fool. Thinking about our last kiss, what I years had passed, we're crying, we're laughing. How does it go from such highs to low? Maybe we grow, guess I'll never know. Thinking about our last night, I'm sorry, not that you deserve a fair fight, but really I knew we were done. Still I carried on like nothing was wrong. Goodbyes can be fine. I can never get back what I gave
I'm so happy to be here. Are you kidding me? This is so cool.
Yay! It is hot in here. I'm sorry. I apologize for the heat.
It's because you're so hot, girl.
It's all you. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump right into some of my questions because this is my show and I say how everything goes.
What you want, live your life.
First of all, I have to tell you, I've had "I Love You" in my head for the last week since rehearsals. Like, I cannot get that song.
Oh,
I I hear the words "I love you" and then it's like instantly.
Oh,
in my
thank you
head.
so much. I wrote that with my friend Ron Geffen.
So that was the only song today that you had already done. That's the not new one, right? Or is that new?
No, that's brand new.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. We'll keep it a surprise. Which one is like one of my faves coming up.
Oh, okay. Well, you have to tell me after you play it. So I did some digging on you to find some interesting questions.
I'm like
so,
nervous. What'd you find?
So the first thing is I was reading an interview about you, and your music was described as bubble rock. What in the heck is bubble rock?
You tell me. I don't know. I think it's I feel like I come from so many different influences that like I love pop and funk, and I also love rock, and so I love fusing them together. So for me in my head, it's kind of like literally just like a fusion of like bubble pop and like rock, so like I like to keep it edgy but also fun. So yeah,
okay, I get
fun
it.
Edge. We'll
I
go
was
with
like,
that.
bubble rock. What is that? I have to ask her. I probably could have just Googled it, but I thought it was more fun to ask you.
No. You can't Google it 'cause it's brand new.
So you made up the term bubble rock.
Actually, it was written in a review that I got from a magazine. That's how they described it.
Oh, okay, so that's probably what I was reading then.
Yes.
So they made up the term.
Yeah. So, and I just was like, that sound like I feel like they kind of nailed it, and I was like, I love that. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of running with it.
So odd side tangent. I'm not sure if people can see through your camera. You match the curtain behind you
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
perfectly.
This is
Your
kind of
shirt and your lipstick and your little hair fluffs.
I
like
love
feel
this so much. This is like
like
what
it
my
was
bedroom
made for
looks
you.
like. This is like these are like my bedroom curtains.
I know that because I've seen your bedroom on your YouTube videos.
That's funny. I feel like everybody and their mom can like go see my bedroom right now. But since quarantine, and
Yeah.
like all the videos, it's funny.
I film a lot in my living room, so everybody knows what my living room and dining room look like. But my bedroom's super boring, so people don't
Gotcha.
really know what it looks like.
Anytime I have like friends over or anything, they see my room for the first time, they're like, it looks like a 12-year-old girl's like lives here, and I'm like,
But I feel like that
me.
fits your vibe.
I don't know. I just like a lot of color. I like a lot of like shiny and like glitters. So yeah, I guess that goes to the bubble.
I feel like
rock
this is all
thing.
happening in front of me right now.
I guess so.
Your bubble rock.
Yeah.
All right, I love it. Okay, so I also love that you have tagged the term quarantine stream. Did you come up with that, or did you hear that somewhere else and you just liked it?
No, it just seemed
Just
like
makes
obvious,
sense.
right? Like quarantine stream.
Yeah.
And for me, like I have a hard time like sitting still, and like when this whole thing started, I was like, well, I'm not gonna just like do nothing, So
Yeah.
I just thought, I'm writing every single day. These are by no means like finished, like they're finished songs, but they're not like produced properly or anything.
yeah.
I made them quite literally in like my home studio in my bedroom, if I'm being totally honest. And so I was like, why not just like kind of share it and just keep the movement going? And for me, it's just kind of a necessity to keep moving. Otherwise, I will literally go crazy.
And
So-
it's content.
yeah.
And people like to see what the heck you're doing.
Yeah, that's literally it. I just literally just make stuff.
I like the video. I don't remember what song it is, but you're just literally dancing around in your living room in like little shorty shorts. And
Yeah.
there's like no production really. It's just cuts of you doing different little dance moves. And it's like the cutest thing ever.
Oh,
I was
thank
having
you.
fun falling down your little rabbit hole.
Thank you. I did that on my
sounds really
iPhone.
gross.
I didn't even go there.
Apologies.
That's funny. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so with this whole quarantine stream thing, oh my gosh, I meant to write shut up, but I wrote shit up. And that just made me laugh because I just read my typo.
We can go with that. I think that would be like a fun like remix.
So that is the video where you're dancing around.
Yes.
Not shit up, shut up.
Yeah.
That
I
would
was
be
like,
super
I was like,
gross.
okay, I live with I have 3 roommates. So I was like, okay, they're all outside. It's like Saturday. They're all like doing chalk or something outside or like
You're like,
whatever.
quick,
Yeah. I'm like,
film
now's my
everywhere.
chance. Now's my chance. I like moved the couch out of the way and I was like, let's do this. I just literally put my phone up and it was just like,
It's cute and like
It
your
was
little
really
messy
fun.
hair and it was
That's-
super cute.
that's
Are
literally
those
what
the
I wear.
sunglasses you were wearing?
probably. I
You were
have
wearing
these in yellow
sunglasses,
too,
right?
so I'm not sure
Oh,
which
okay.
ones I was wearing. Probably. It's literally, these are like one of my favorites. So I have
like
them
it.
all the
They're
time.
very Kurt Cobain. So anyways, in that video, I saw that you did the moonwalk.
Yeah.
How hard was it to learn how to do the moonwalk?
It really Oh,
Did
gosh,
it just
how hard
come
was-
to you?
Well, I learned it actually. I'm like getting like this memory in my head. I learned it when I was in high school drama class. Like when my friends did it like super well, and I was like, "How the frick are you doing that?" Like I'm determined to figure this out. And so he just was like showing me step by step, and then I learned how to do it, and now I can do
And
it.
you just didn't stop.
Yeah. And then I've been moonwalking ever since.
Jimmy knows.
To, like everywhere I go, I'm like, I gotta go to Target. Like
my
moonwalk
boyfriend
in
knows
Target.
how to moonwalk.
Shut up! Are you serious?
And yeah, he's actually really he might do it. He usually only does it when he's drunk, but he dances really well, like Michael Jackson, like really well.
Shut up! Are you
Surprised.
serious?
You would never guess. Looking
Okay,
at him.
I'm gonna have to see this. I'm not leaving here until I see it.
But he showed me, like, kind of tried to show me, and we have hardwoods, but we have like old hardwoods, and I'm afraid I'm gonna try it and end up with like a 5-inch splinter in my foot. So I haven't tried it, but I was
you
very
wear
impressed.
socks. You wear socks. I believe in you, girl. You can do
I
anything.
would just grease up my feet,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
be fine.
butter on the bottoms.
Oh, we have a question from a viewer.
Yay.
Miss Zoe001
What's up, Zoe?
says, if Alexa could collab with anyone, who would be the first choice? Anyone. Is this dead or alive? We'll say one person dead, one person alive.
Oh my gosh, that is such a hard question. Zoe, you giving me a run for my
It's like
money, girl.
What's your favorite movie?
I know, right? I know. There are so many writers that like I would love to collaborate with. My favorite band of all time is Led Zeppelin. So if I could
I could see that.
like work somehow, I don't know, like Jimmy Page or plant something there, that would be like amazing. Would be cool. Also like current artists I really love. I've been listening to a lot of And the Writer Is, that podcast. If you haven't heard of it, you should. It's amazing.
I've just started listening to podcasts, so I'll have to get it from you
Yes.
at the end of this.
It's called And the Writer Is, and like it's just all these writers that like you don't realize like they wrote this song or they wrote this song. And I'm just like current ones. I love like Ryan Tedder, like Justin Tranter. I feel like
Justin Tranter did Gwen Stefani's last album, right?
he did a lot with like
What's the name of his band?
I couldn't tell you the name of his band. I just like heard like
He's
parts
like
of his interview.
blonde.
He does like a lot of like it seems like he has like a very like eclectic sound, and like it's just really creative and new and like different, and I feel like that would be amazing. Ed Sheeran, I love that he can literally like, I feel like the last few songs he put out, what was the one that he put out? Dun 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 with Chris
I don't
Stapleton
know.
and Bruno Mars. I'm like, that pairing was
I
like,
haven't heard that.
you haven't heard that?
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars, Ed Sheeran,
No.
and Chris Stapleton. I'm like, if they can like come, I love fusion like that. I think that's so
Yeah.
creative and so cool and so different. And like, I feel like Ed Sheeran has been doing like a lot of like interesting collaborations, and that's like what I'm drawn to, is just things that are like kind of outside the box. And so I
Yeah.
feel like he's definitely one of them.
Cool.
Charlie XCX, I know she writes like a lot of fun stuff. Gosh, the list goes on.
You have so many inspirations all over the board.
I would love. Yeah, there are just so many people.
Semi-precious weapons. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yes.
That is
Yes.
who- Okay, I knew
Yes.
I was thinking of the right person.
I can see like the videos in my head, and I'm like, I never remember the names of things. So I'm like, I can see it. I've heard it. I
Yeah.
don't remember what it's called, but I've seen it. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, it is time for you to play some more songs.
Cool,
So you're
cool,
gonna
cool.
play 2 more songs, and then I get you back here. So you go get your little booty
All right.
ready.
Let's do it. Let's do this.
So while she is getting ready, I just want to say thank you once again to the Bourbon Room for hosting this show that I get to do every other week. I'm very excited always to have these amazing guests, and I am very sad that we do not have live music in person anymore, which I'm sure you guys all are as well. But we want to keep these venues going. So if you want to help us keep this venue going, please help by donating anything you've got, even if it's just $1. Their PayPal is in the description of this video. It is livebourbonroom@gmail.com if you want to just donate a couple bucks to keep this show going so I can keep bringing guests on here. Sorry, my allergies are really bad right now. But yes, Bourbon Room is awesome. We want to keep Bourbon Room going. So without further ado, once again, I think I said that before, we're going to listen to some more Alexa Via music. Let's do this.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out. This next song is called Wanted. It's one of the very first songs I ever released. It's very special to me. Go check it out. It's on YouTube and Spotify. There's a music video, all kinds of good stuff. I don't know why this isn't tightening, but I'm going to roll with it. Let's go.
Shut your mouth and listen carefully. You took my time and wasted all of me. My walk, my talk, my mind is all mine. Mr. In Control just lost his spine. My heart because of you. I'm taking yours too, yeah. Well, turn me in 'cause I left him 6 feet down. The sirens are screaming and I feel down. I'm a wanted woman. She wants me back. I'm a wanted woman, but I'm never going back. Truth is that I could be anyone, as long as you have somebody to own. Your serpent tongue could only ever lie. Your garden's gone and still you don't know why. You should have seen what you had, oh, before you let it go. Bad, 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 yeah. Well, turn me in 'cause I left him 6 feet down. The sirens are screaming as I feel down. I'm a wanted woman. She wants me back, yeah. I'm a wanted woman. Oh. Funny how you want me now after I'm gone. Well, you had your chance, I gave you way too long. Ungrateful man, taking all you can. Well, turn me in 'cause I left him 6 feet down. The sirens are screaming as I feel down. I'm a wanted woman. She wants me back, yeah. I'm a wanted woman. Oh, I don't wanna fight no more. I don't wanna cry no more. I'm better than that. I don't need you, sugar. Oh, so weird. You ain't what I'm looking for. I'm better than that. I don't need you, sugar.
Thank you for tuning in with us yet again. We're here live at the Bourbon Room Saturday night. Find me on social media at the Alexa Via. I've got tons of new songs coming for you, tons of old ones too. Check it out. Leave a comment. Let us know how you're doing tonight. If you're having fun, what you're eating. Maybe it's pizza, maybe it's pasta. I really want a cheeseburger, so I know that's that's happening. I've been saying it all day. This next song is called Love Can't Touch Me Now, and it goes like.
I'm so confused. What is love? How do you do it? Gave it to you. My heart, my fruit, you chewed it. If I never get high, I'll never have to come down. Let the days go by. Love can't touch me now. Love can't touch me now. Can't touch me.
Holy Moses, what a voice on this girl. So beautiful. All right, waiting for her to get back over here. Lots of obstacles in the way to get back. That was beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely
That's so nice.
beautiful.
Thank you.
I like your like fast rock and stuff, but I love your voice is so good for the slow, tortured
Oh,
stuff.
Thank you. I feel like I don't do that too often. I feel like I write a lot of those songs, and I'm never as excited about them. So I'm always like, I'll put this in my back pocket. But I think this song in particular, my team was like, we really like this one. Let's do it. So that's what happened.
So was that the one that was already written?
No, Wanted, the one right before that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So a funny thing, when I was coming up with my interview questions, I saw the name of that last song is LCTMN.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, and I hadn't heard it yet. So I was like, what could it possibly stand for? So my best guess was Let's Cuddle Towards My Nutter Butters.
What is it?
Let's Cuddle Towards My Nutter Butters.
I love that so much because
But-
also Nutter Butters are amazing.
They're so good.
So good.
But after listening to it one time, it's Love Can't Touch Me Now because you say it over and over.
Yeah.
But I think you should seriously consider changing the lyrics to
I would 1,000. What was it? Let's
Cuddle Towards My Nutter Butters.
That
It's-
totally
you're gonna have to
works.
change the melody.
I mean, we can make it work, and I'll dedicate it to Cherry.
Ooh, Miss Sassy Sauce says, I agree. The slow stuff melts me.
Oh,
It's that voice. You just have that.
Thank you. That's
you have
really
the
nice.
lady balls in your voice.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so my allergies are horrible today. We are social distance, if you guys can see.
We
on
are.
this
And
widescreen.
thank you. Shout out, by the way, social distancing to Maddox and Jimmy. Because of social distancing, it's a 2-man team really running the whole production today. So I'm extremely impressed and like grateful that these two guys are pulling it off.
Yeah, it is. It is quite a show for two people behind
Yeah.
the scenes.
Definitely.
And me, of course, I pull so many strings.
You're obviously
on this
doing
show.
everything.
I'm just making this show happen. Oh, Jimmy, you liar. You said you couldn't see my feet, and I can see it on the screen. Everybody can see my flip-flop
You have
shame.
beautiful feet. Can you see my feet?
I'm wearing, like, I don't even know what color. Pink
We're
tropical.
in California. They're perfect for
That's
this
true.
weather today.
You know what? It's too freaking hot to wear shoes. I put them away. I had really cute shoes, too, and my jerk of a boyfriend lied to me and told me that
Ugh.
I couldn't see
How
my
dare
feet.
you? Shoes can make or break an outfit. They really can. I'm like, I could
It's
just
true.
I could wear sleepwear, but then like as soon as I put on platforms, I'm like done.
It's
I'm
super
ready.
cute. Or, like,
Yeah.
frilly socks. Well, you're wearing frilly socks.
Yeah, these are my PJ socks.
I
I
love
wear
it.
these to sleep in every night.
Oh, I can't sleep in socks. I will die.
I sleep in nothing but these frilly socks every night.
Just naked with a smile and socks.
Absolutely.
Oh, that would kill me.
No,
I
it's-
can't sleep
it's-
naked either.
What?
We have opposite day. You
That
and
is
me.
really strange because in the summertime it's like I can't not sleep naked.
Well, we
I actually wrote a poem
blast
about
the
it.
AC in our room,
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm like comfy.
Got you. No,
But
we don't. I don't
yeah.
have AC in my
Oh,
place.
I might change my tune if I didn't have
yeah,
any
yeah.
AC.
There you go.
Okay, so somebody says you're a little bit Fiona Apple-ish. That is quite a compliment.
Wow. That's really very, very nice. I actually wasn't ever like too familiar with her until I've gotten that before.
You're too young.
I guess, I don't know. And I got it. Somebody said that to me and I was like, who is Fiona Apple? And I started listening to her and I was like, oh,
She's amazing.
Really, really love her. And I've started, didn't she just release like some new songs?
I think so. Yeah.
There's
I haven't heard 'em.
one called Shaniqua Said I Had Potential or something that she just put out or something.
And it's good.
It's so good.
Good.
It's so good. I love that song.
Well,
And
there you
it's
go. Then
so quirky.
that's quite a compliment.
I'll take it. Thank you so much. That's really nice.
Same gal wants to know. She said you killed it playing the piano. How
Thank
many
you.
instruments do you play?
Oh, thank you so much. I've been playing piano since I was 7.
You're classically trained.
Yes.
You're not
ma'am.
just like, I just taught myself how to do this.
No, I haven't been taking. I took lessons from 7 on until I don't know, for a long time, and so I play piano, I sing, and then I would never call myself a guitar player next to these guys or in front of anybody that can actually play guitar, but I play like power chords and like I can play.
That's still playing.
And I produce, so whatever you want to call that.
You play enough to make music in your home by yourself in quarantine.
Yeah, but I'm not. I would not be like. I could not be like.
You're not
I'm
a
guitar
shredder.
player. Like I would never. No, that's not me. Yeah.
You're not killing any guitar solos out
No,
there.
no. Not yet. No.
Okay, so here is a question. This actually made me laugh when I found this interview. You actually had a few good interviews out there that gave me some like good. So
cool.
usually when I do these interviews with people, I don't want to just ask like who are your influences and like the boring things.
Right.
So I like really dig so I can ask you the
Okay,
really interesting
I'm
questions.
like curious.
So I read an interview where your vocals were described as luscious and tumescent.
Ooh.
Do you know what tumescent means? I didn't. I had to Google it.
I Googled it. I'm not going to sit here and like pretend like I didn't.
So you did Google it?
I did Google it.
Do you remember what it means?
Tumescent is like, isn't it like full-bodied?
Yes. So I actually Googled like the Webster's dictionary definition.
Okay.
It means swollen or becoming swollen, especially as a response to sexual arousal. And I was like, well, it's like a use me. I actually read this article before I had heard your music.
Oh,
but then when
funny.
I heard it, I was like, oh, because you have that sexy thing about you. So I'm like, okay, I can see it.
That's funny. Yeah. I just remembered it being like more of like full-bodied, like I said, but that's funny.
So
I'll
basically
take
you
it.
sing like a giant sexy boner.
Cool. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, we'll run with that. Cool, thanks.
It just made me, I'm like tumescent. Like I have a pretty good vocabulary, but I hadn't heard that one.
I'm like,
So
yeah, that's interesting.
that one was very exciting
I'm like
to me.
getting hot. You're like making me nervous.
Oh, sorry. I'm talking about giant boners. Woo, I'm getting hot too. All right. So we did talk a little bit about you being classically trained in piano, and you grew up in a musical family. So your parents were both in a band. Were they in a band that we would know?
No. I just grew up with them. They were called Ann Sladen, which is so funny. I still have like their
What is it?
t-shirts. Ann Sladen.
Were they metal?
No, they were rock,
Oh,
but
okay.
it wasn't like metal. It was just like, like rock.
Mamas and the papas?
Yeah. And I just remember growing up with my brother and my parents and like going to their rehearsals at my cousin's house and like always stopping to get like a Gatorade and a hot dog on the way there at AM/PM and like having our AM/PM dinner and going to my cousin's house and playing in their garage. And then we'd go to like their live shows at the Hoops or whatever, like local dive bar it was. And it was just, that's just how I remember my like childhood and like growing up in music. And I never thought twice about it. I thought like, oh, this is childhood. This is like what everybody's family does. Like everybody's family like plays music and plays shows. And it was just they're really great memories. And my parents still like come to like every show when it's not
When we're not in the middle of a pandemic.
precisely. And so it's really I feel really blessed and really grateful in that regard to have such a supportive family that like understands and they love music too, and we can like kind of share that.
And they don't ever do the like, when are you going to grow up? What are you going to do with your life? They're like,
no,
they get it.
Oh yeah,
which is rare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're very like they're like my number one fans.
Your number 2 fans.
Yeah, exactly.
But you were actually telling me when we were doing our rehearsals that we were talking about like the smallest show you've ever played, and you were saying it was a sound guy and your dad.
Yes.
So
listen, I played lots of shit shows. It was at, gosh, I don't remember what it was. It was downtown San Diego when I was still living in San Diego. And I think it was just me and my brother were like doing like an acoustic set. And I don't know what happened, but I just remember this specific moment. It was like my dad and then like a sound guy in the audience. And I was just like, you know what? We're going to do this. We're going to do it. We're going to kill it. We're going to just live our lives and like do my job. And what's funny about that show in particular is afterwards there was, I guess, some other guy in the audience that I didn't know that like came up to us after the show and was like, had really great things to say. And he said that, he basically said that our music was keeping him off drugs. And I was like, you just never know who you're impacting. And that's just like, I feel like a blanket statement for life. You never know who you're impacting. And like those like tiny little shows that like I could have just blown that off. Like maybe made a difference for somebody. And I just try to keep that in mind,
That's what I always say. I was just talking about it in my podcast last week that I got a lot of feedback of like, I was helping people like fight the boredom and helping people stay positive. And it's like, even if it's just something as small as helping people fight boredom, just the fact that you helped somebody with something throughout their day is it's all the feel goods.
Yeah. I think that's, I kind of went off on this tangent. Sorry but
no, that's okay. That's what we're here for.
That memory pops into my head and I'm just like, yeah, I've played all those tiny little shows, but like you said, if you can help that one person, it's worth it.
And it builds character.
Absolutely.
You got to play the little one so then you
yeah.
appreciate the
Oh my
Madison Square
gosh.
Gardens.
Absolutely. I appreciate it so much more when there are people in the room.
Well, there's 3 of us clapping our way through your set. Okay, so one last question from somebody online before we get to your next song. Has quarantine enabled a new level of creativity for your songwriting?
Oh, that's a great question. I think in a way it has. I think because I feel like, you know, pre-quarantine, I'm going to live shows like 4 or 5 nights a week, and I'm like, you know, supporting other bands and vice versa, singing 4 nights a week. And all of a sudden it's like that just came to like this huge screeching halt, and it kind of, you know, I had all these nights to just sit. I literally just crawl into my hole and like write every single night till like 4 a.m. till the sun comes up. And it's just given me a lot of like time to regroup and rethink and process and really just find new perspectives.
Totally.
And
I mean, I feel like that's just general life right now,
Totally.
too.
And I try to channel that into like art and writing. So yeah, I think it has definitely, you know, there's always a silver lining. So I feel like if anything, it's really given me the opportunity to really grow in that way, which is really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know
love
there was one night I was writing and I was like, I lost track of time, and I was like, is the sun coming up right now? And it was like 7 a.m. and I was like, why do I like writing something?
What is my
And I was
life?
Like, I know, like, what is quarantine? I've lost all concept of time and reality. What is happening? But yeah.
I think
yeah.
if nothing else, there's going to be some amazing art that comes out of
Absolutely. And I keep
lockdowns.
seeing other people doing like amazing things. Have you seen those like shorts on Netflix? Gosh, I don't know what
No, I
anything is
haven't seen
called. My roommate was showing it to me, and it was just like they're making like 10-minute episodes of things that they're just making with iPhones or something in small production teams, because you can't really have a production team. And it's just amazing what people can do and like what they are doing, and how creative people really, you know, necessity is the mother of invention. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yay. Okay, well, let's get to your next song, Call Me Crazy.
Cool.
Go
Yeah.
play it.
Okay.
Get out of here.
Oh, okay, I'm
you
going.
crazy kid. All right, so I'm going to let her get her little booty to the stage. Thank you guys for all of your comments and your questions. Please keep them coming. I'm reading them all to her as we go. That is why I have a computer in front of me. So keep hanging out. We're going to do some more questions. We're going to do a fun little segment next. But until then, let's listen to this next song. It is called Call Me Crazy by Miss Alexa Villa.
This next song is called Call Me Crazy for all you crazy people out there. In your living rooms, in your bathtubs, wherever you're watching from, in the attic, on the rooftop. This one's for you.
I don't fit in with the in crowd. I speak a different language. I got no one to play with. They say I'm not allowed. I'm messy, loud, outrageous, tortured but proud and shameless. Rumors growing around my name is on your mouth. Heads up in the clouds, I don't plan on coming down, so you can call me manic, dramatic, call me some psychopathic fanatic. It's fantastic. Call me crazy, call me enigmatic, call me so hyperactive, lunatic. Don't you panic. Call me crazy. I stand out from the out crowd. The line was just too reckless. I crossed it, call me reckless. This is what I found. My fragile mind is anxious, but I'm on the edge of greatness. Rumors going round, my name is on your mouth. Heads up in the clouds, I don't plan on coming down, so you can call me manic, dramatic, call me so psychopathic, fanatic. It's fantastic. Call me crazy, call me enigmatic, call me so hyperactive, lunatic. Don't you panic. Call me crazy.
Do what I want, say what I want, wear what I want, when I want to. Love who I want, dance how I want, no one can do what I do. I do what I want, say what I want, wear what I want, when I want to. Love who I want, dance how I want, no one can do what I do. Call me manic, dramatic. Call me psychopathic, fanatic. It's fantastic. Call me crazy. Call me enigmatic. Call me psychopathic, lunatic. Don't you panic. Call me crazy. Call me manic, dramatic. Call me psychopathic, lunatic. Don't you panic. Call me crazy.
Woo! We got another one in the can. I love it. It is really warm in here. Sorry, guys. I'm sweating my lady balls off. You must be really sweating your lady balls off.
I don't sweat. I don't feel any pain. I feel no pain.
You liar. Okay, back to my questions. How does it feel being back on stage?
Gosh, you have no idea. I'm like dying. I'm like, this is like the biggest tease because I'm like, yay, we get to play. And then I'm like, after this, I'm going to be so sad. But it feels so good. There's just so much energy, and like with live bands, you know, I play, like I said, I play at home all the time, but it's not the same.
It's different.
It's like
having those monitors in your ear and feeling the vibes.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so great.
It's the same. I think I was talking about talking with Bonavega about it last week, watching it live. I mean, I know everybody at home is stoked and this is what they get. But for me, I'm really lucky. I'm spoiled because I actually get to watch you guys live. Right. I get a live show, which I think a lot of people are like fiending for right now.
Yeah, and it's so different too. I feel like this is like you said, this is really special in that it's like, you know, we're making the best of the situation and right now, but there's something, you know, that I miss so much about like
people?
Nuts to butts. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to be in a room like nuts to butts with a bunch of sweaty strangers. Like that just sounds like so great. But I'll take this. This is amazing.
You can just be with me. I'll be your sweaty stranger because I'm sweaty.
Yeah, I know. I'm kidding. Yeah.
Okay, so now we are going to do a segment which I did not warn you about, and this is for a reason.
Okay.
I always hope that my guests do not watch previous live streams so they don't know what's coming.
Okay.
So this is going to be rapid fire questions.
Oh, okay.
And I
already say things that I don't mean to, so this is making me nervous.
Well, don't say anything you can't take back.
Okay.
Because the internet is forever.
That's what I always say. I'm like twins. I literally say that all the time. Like once this goes out, it's like you can't
take it back. Yeah. That's why my nipples are not on the internet, because when I decide I don't want them to be on the internet.
Smart.
Or my vagina.
Smart.
No internet.
Unless it's covered in flowers. You can watch that video for Wanted. It's like my whole...
But it's covered.
It's covered, but it's like with flowers.
I mean, flowers are just as good as cotton.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I wish some people would see it that way.
So I'm going to give you 30 seconds to see how many of these you can answer. Nobody has made it all the way through yet.
Is this like... Okay, I'm nervous.
They're just random. Just whatever comes to your mind, just as fast as you can. Okay, ready?
Okay.
If you could be a snack food, what would you be?
Oh, Cheez-Its.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
Describe myself in 3 words?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Bubble Rock Barbie because that's what Miss Sassy Sauce
I like it.
said.
Name something you can't do.
Like sports. Any sport.
Breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Oh, breakfast. Pancakes, waffles, like sugar, syrup. Yeah.
Say good day, mate, in an Australian accent.
Good day, mate. Oh, I can really actually wait. I gotta warm up too. I'm actually pretty good at the like Australian.
Oh, you ran out. 30 seconds.
Oh
done.
my gosh, I'm so sorry.
You didn't even make it halfway through.
We did like 3 seconds. I like 3 questions. I go off on these.
You just
tangents.
get too excited about my questions.
Okay, yeah, I blew it. Damn
you were
it.
probably the best so far at good day, mate. Once I could hear it. You do it now that you're like relaxed.
I'm so sorry. Ruined that whole thing.
No, it was great. You were so excited.
Australia, like good day, mate. Nature Centre.
Oh, that's good.
Like, I feel like I got to warm up to it a little bit, but like I've been watching a lot of what's it called, Love Island.
Oh,
and we
I
go back
love
to the
that
villa.
show.
Yeah, the Australian one. Gosh,
Yeah.
I'm really screwing this up right now.
No,
I'm
you're
just-
doing. I can't. So I've been to Australia a bunch of times, and every time I go, people always ask me to try their accent, and I can't even try. It's really hard.
It is hard. I'm like, that's the only one that I can like kind of do.
Everybody goes into English when they try Australian.
Yeah.
I actually have a friend that she's lived here for a long time. She's English, but her accent's really watered down. So people always ask her if she's Australian, and she
Oh,
gets
how
really
funny.
offended.
That's funny.
Okay, so I want to know, being in quarantine, what is the weirdest thing you've done in quarantine?
Gosh, I don't think there's anything that's like not weird that I do. The weirdest thing that I've done during quarantine is, I don't know. I feel like I've been doing like
I mean, just being in quarantine.
being in
itself
quarantine,
is
like that
weird.
dancing video. That was pretty weird.
That was so cute, though.
That was pretty weird.
But it probably felt really weird when you were doing it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I just had like a fun time, like doing whatever. But let's see. I do like a lot of. I have been doing. It's not that weird, but like my roommates and I have been doing like a lot of like dinners for each other. Like every night we'll like
Aw,
have like
that's
family
nice.
dinner. It's like I've learned how to cook in this quarantine.
Did you
weird
not know how to cook before?
I mean, I just make like salads every night, and that's
Well,
like
that's
call
not
it a day.
cooking.
I know. Yeah. So, weird stuff. We've been like chalking outside.
Oh, like drawing with chalk?
Yeah.
How fun.
That's, like,
I
kinda
love when we
weird.
go on walks and we see our neighbors that have like written little murals
Yeah.
or like keep your
Yeah.
head up. I'm like,
Yeah.
I always
I-
take pictures and put
I
them in my Instagram
know.
stories.
I know. I've been hiking a lot.
Hiking's good. I saw on your Instagram stories that you like had your crowning achievement hike. Where you
Yes.
got super tan and I was actually just looking at that today.
Like I said, I'm really, really not great at sports. Like I try my little heart out. Like I try.
I'm with you.
And I just am like, I score for the wrong team. I run the wrong direction. Like I just am like really clumsy. So it doesn't like, it's not good. But I was like really proud of myself that I was able to do Mount Baldy. And that was
That's
really
really
cool.
good.
What other weird things? Gosh, I know like after this, I'm going to be like, oh, that was super weird. I could have said that. I'm just not thinking of
And
it.
then you'll just text me and I'll be like, well, too late now.
I know.
So Miss Sassy Sauce says yes to Bubble Rock Barbie and she wants royalties. Did she come up with that one?
She did. I saw that on when I went live before this on my Instagram. So I'm gonna dedicate that to Miss.
Is
Sassy
she a
Sauce.
friend or a follower?
She is
Or both?
Both. She's been my best friend since I was like 12.
Aw, good best friend
Yeah,
watching
she's-
your live stream.
She is. Thank you so much for
Yay.
watching. I'm like, where's the camera?
Your camera's here.
Oh, cool. Hey. Yeah. No. It's always she watches like all of my things and always comments. So thank you.
That's so sweet.
I
So
know.
Dad and Miss Sassy, what's her name?
Mariana.
Mariana.
Yeah.
Dad and Mariana and Mom are your 3 number 1 fans.
There you go. Yes. Yep.
And
There you
your
go.
brother probably too.
You know.
I mean, as much as a brother will ever.
Yeah. He's like, he'll like come begrudgingly and then like be like, cool, and then be like, bye.
That sounds very much like a brother.
Yeah.
Mariana said that 14-mile hike was pretty weird. Who does that?
Yeah, I don't know. I just everything I've been like, obviously I live with my roommates, so we've been doing everything together. And one of my roommates is like super outdoorsy, and she's like amazingly like really great at hikes and stuff. And she's like, "Do you want to climb Mount Baldy with me?" And I was like, "Sure." And
You're like,
never.
I mean, what the hell else do you have to do?
I've never climbed anything before. I guess I'll go climb Mount Baldy.
Except for men.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
ladies. I don't know.
Exactly. There you
No
go.
judgment.
There you go.
That I think that's the thing with quarantine is like you don't have excuses anymore. Like if someone is like, "Hey, do you want to do this thing?" or "Do you have time to do this? Can we Zoom?" You're
Yeah.
like, you can't be like, "Oh, sorry, I have a thing," because
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't.
yeah, yeah,
and everybody
yeah,
knows
yeah.
you don't,
Right.
especially in California.
I actually have been staying really busy, but that's so true. I'm like, typically, I'm just making my own schedule, you know. So
Yeah. I lie to people all the time and tell them I'm busy when I'm not. But I can't do that now. It's really frustrating.
yeah, what am I supposed to do? What's my answer?
Stupid coronavirus. Okay, so in the vein of weird things,
Yeah.
I know that you have a good following on social media, and being a lady with a good following on social media as well, we get a lot of weird off-the-wall comments and messages. Yeah. So what is the weirdest that you can remember? Or have you gotten anything weird?
I feel like my like level for weirdness, or my standard for weirdness is
Like you think it's normal, but somebody else might think it's really weird.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I get a lot of like messages that are, I guess, nothing like too strange, just like hellos and things, which I love.
That's nice.
Yeah, I don't get too many like strange things.
Is your following mostly a male or female? Do you know?
I've looked at the statistics and it's pretty half and half, which is
that's cool.
interesting. Yeah, I think it's interesting to see. Like I always kind of check and just like who am I engaging with?
Because you want to know who you're like
exactly
pandering to or making content for or whatever.
right. Who's like digging this and who's not and whatever. And it's just good to know. And I'll check every now and then. And I think it's pretty 50-50, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
And then when I look at my messages in my inbox and stuff, it reflects that, which is cool.
I'm always stoked. My following is like 90% girls, and that's always been like such a crowning achievement to me.
Oh my gosh,
because girls are harder.
They are
to please.
Exactly.
Like if a girl says like, "Oh, you're so hot. You have great boobs or great butt," you're like, "I do.
I know."
And then a guy says it, and you're like, "Please don't do that."
No. Totally, and especially like because you do like makeup and hair and all that. Amazing. That's so amazing that you do that, and I feel like women are so critical of that, and they wouldn't watch it unless they genuinely were like learning something from you, and so that's so amazing.
I just feel like I just try to be like a total shithead and not be serious, and so it just makes people think I'm funny, and then they can't be critical because they're like, "Oh, we can't take her seriously."
Well, that's a good way to go about it. I think, not take life too seriously anyway, so there you go.
Agreed. Okay, well, this is our last little interview section before your last 2 songs. Let's see. Maybe I'll ask you one more question. Okay, this was actually the last question I had on here, but I'm going to ask you because I want to know personally, and I'm sure all of you ladies out there want to know too. Your body is amazing.
Thank you.
Do you mind telling us how old you are?
Oh,
is that something you share or no?
I don't care. I mean,
You've got to be in your 20s.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all we need to know. Thank you. I'm in my late 30s, so I'm like, okay, I don't feel so bad now.
Oh no, if you want to know, you can definitely ask. I just it's cool.
It's such a weird thing in Hollywood of like, I don't give a crap. Like
Right,
every
right.
year on my birthday, I'm like, yes, I'm still here. Everybody look how old I am. But what I want to know is, are you one of those jerks that your body's just like that naturally, or do you actually work for it?
I mean, I started working out during quarantine a little bit.
Your 14-mile hike.
Yeah, but I mean, I've always been pretty, like, I got made fun of in school for being too thin.
That was me too.
I was like 90 pounds up until like junior year, and that's just because like genetics or
That's your
whatever,
body.
and people made rumors that I was anorexic and all these things that are so right. I'm just
same. But let me
So-
tell you, when you hit your 30s, everything goes to hell, and you'll gain all the weight in all the places you didn't want, and you have to embrace your new curves.
you
which
know
is a whole
what?
new thing.
Everybody is beautiful.
You know what? I agree.
I think that's so important. That's so important because so many people post things that are like edited and so like perfect, and it's not real life. Like it's
Totally.
not. And I think it's so important to know that especially women, like we have different we have like different purposes and needs for things. It's like it's okay. Like whatever shape you are, it's beautiful.
I agree. Absolutely. Body positivity all
Hell
the
yeah.
way. Woo!
Yeah.
Well, that's a good note for us to end on before you play your last 2 songs. So I am not going to see you on camera interviewing again after this. So thank you for
I'm
coming
gonna
and
miss
hanging
you.
out with us.
I'm gonna miss you.
But get up there, play your last 2 songs.
All right,
and
sounds
then we're done.
Cool. Let's do it.
Yay. Okay, so thank you guys again for joining us. You will see me again before we are done, but I just want to give another shout out to the Bourbon Room. We are live here from the Bourbon Room Hollywood. We love our live venues. We want to keep our live venues going. There are not butts in the seats right now besides the 2 butts out there keeping this show going. So there's no tickets being sold. There's no drinks being purchased. So if you want to help keep this show going, and if you want to help keep live venues going, and you find it in your heart to donate, any last little penny helps. The PayPal for the Bourbon Room Hollywood is in the link below. I promise it does not go to me. I'm not trying to weasel money out of people. It's really just to keep these shows going while we all figure out what the heck is happening in our world and trying to keep live music going. So no more spiels from me. We're going to listen to a couple more songs from Miss Alexa Via, and that's it. That's all I got to say.
I wrote this next song with my brother a couple weeks ago. It's called Entertainer.
Sitting in perfect silence, lonesome, but I don't mind it. I never fear the darkness, I like it. Won't you come inside? Don't be afraid. Lay down your pride in this pretty cage. I I never fear the violence. I like it. You're my saving grace. I'm your Saturday. You feed my flames. I will entertain you. I will captivate you. I manipulate you. You feed my flames. I'll entertain. I don't wanna feel sane for a minute. We could trade our pain for a minute. Use mine, use yours for the moment. Knowing us to know when it's over. Made friends with the wolf I fed most. Can't by night, as well get close. Ever present, happy ghost. I like it, yeah. I will entertain you. I will captivate you. I manipulate you. You feed my flames. I'll entertain. We got one more song for you guys. This one's called Good Girl. All brand new songs for you. Find me online at the Alexa Via. My body offends, it threatens intense your misbehavior. You wanna use it, abuse it, beat it, and hate it out of fear. I've got eyes on me, making a scene. I'm the man, I make the plans. Use my voice, I make demands. Do it better than he can. Eyes on me, making a scene. The man, I wear the pins. Use my voice, I make demands. Do it better. Time to be a good girl. Do what I should, girl. Time to be a good girl. Do what I should, girl. Don't think I need you, you need me to meet your needs. Say please, beg me. Makes you feel big, jumpy, little, a little woman. I'm free, so free. I've got eyes on me, making a scene. I'm the man with the pins. Use my voice, I make demands. Do it better than he can. Eyes on me, making a scene. The man, I wear the pins. Use my voice, I make demands. Do it better. Try to be a good girl. Do what I should, girl. Try to be a good girl. Do what I should, girl. Pretty in pink and sit quiet. Don't think a thought of your own. Now's a good time to start a riot. I left my lipstick at home. Pretty in pink and sit quiet. Don't think a thought of your own. Now's a good time to start a riot.
you guys so much for hanging out with us. My name is Alexa Villa at the Alexa Villa on all social medias.
That was amazing. It's so much fun to watch these live shows. Thank you guys for joining us again from another show live from the Bourbon Room Hollywood. I am your host, Cherry Dollface. Please follow Bourbon Room on all their socials on Instagram and Facebook. All the links are below. Once this video has been on my page for 24 hours, it will no longer be here in its entirety. So you have about 24 hours to watch the whole thing live back here. And once that time has passed, you can find it on the Bourbon Room's YouTube. And the link, like I said, will be in the description below this video. So thanks again for coming and watching and hanging out. Definitely subscribe to my socials and Bourbon Room socials if you want to see our future live from the Bourbon Room Hollywood shows. Check out Alexa Villa on all her socials. She's amazing and she is a powerhouse and she writes so many new songs and puts out so much new content. So there's always something interesting to watch. But that is it for me today. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday afternoon. I am going to go drink something really cold and calm down my sweat. So I will see you guys next time. Thank you, Bourbon Room. And that's all I got. See you next time. Oh man, you missed it. If you are seeing this, it means you missed our live show live from the Bourbon Room Hollywood with Miss Alexa Villa. But if you want to see the full show in its entirety, once again, you can check out the Bourbon Room Hollywood's YouTube page. The link for their page is in the description below. And it is an amazing show you don't want to miss, so be sure to check it out.